Hi, this presentation will teach you more specifics on using Google Docs and also some drawing tools. You will learn to select and format text, insert images and drawings, insert outlines and tables, use the Explore tool, make columns and page breaks, use the drawing tools, learn sharing permissions, and some additional tips. You may be familiar already with the Google Docs toolbar, where the buttons are labeled at the top to allow you to print and undo or redo your actions. You could change font styles and sizes, as well as make them bold, italicized, underline, or change the color. You can also change the alignment and make a numbered or bulleted lists. To begin, we're going to look at selecting and formatting text. So you would always select your text by clicking and dragging your cursor over the section you wish to copy. You will see it'll become like a blue highlight, just like so. And when all the text is selected and you release the click, you can go ahead and select any from any of these options and choose it in addition to choosing capitalization. Like, do you want all your letters to be uppercase, all of them lowercase, or title case, where every new word is capitalized? You can also insert images and drawings. Here you'd want to use the insert menu. So you can insert an image that will allow you to upload it from your computer, search the web or your drive, and so forth. Or you can insert a drawing. If you choose drawing, that is going to insert things such as word art into your document. More will be said about using the drawing tools in this presentation. You may also choose to insert an outline. So when you insert an outline, simply next to where the text type is or text style, you'll see it says normal text. If you click the drop down menu, you will see various headings. And when I choose to type in my Google Doc in each of these style headings, my outline format appears in the left margin. I can also click this arrow on the upper left to collapse the outline, which then I will see the icon for the outline. So if I want to see the outline again in the margin, I would click on it. So why would I want to see these headings? Well, these are perhaps the topics and subtopics in a paper I'm writing. So if I want to go to a different section, I can just click on the particular heading. This is very similar to like a table of contents. Many science classes have students insert tables. Again, in the insert menu, you go to table, and that would allow you then to select like your different boxes. That image got cut out here. You would choose like 2x2, 3x4, and then you'll see the table here. And then you can two-finger click in the table to open additional properties for the table. The next slide talks about editing tables as well. So let's go over there. One tip I want to tell you is that when you edit or when you're about to make a table, I would sketch out my ideas on paper first before making them in a Google Doc. But say I did not do that. See again here, when I inserted a table, I could choose the number of columns and rows. When I two-finger click on the table, it opens these list of properties that I could go ahead and just change properties of my table. Distributing rows and columns just makes them even. So some are wider or taller than others. I can do that as well. When I click on table properties, I can do custom widths, etc., and table borders as well. So that's a little bit about inserting and editing tables. Again, your science teachers may ask you to do this. What is a header? A header, perhaps you want to make some letterhead. So if I want to insert a header in my insert menu, I then go to headers or footers. Here, for example, you can see maybe I'm making a letterhead for Filipino Club. And if I want the first page to be different than all the rest, I'm going to choose to put a check in the different first page box. By checking that, this image will only appear in the header of the first page. If I uncheck it, it will appear on every page. Similarly, I can make a footer. So if I wanted a footer at the bottom of my letterhead, or maybe I'm making a flyer, I would put a footer. But if I'm inserting a footnote to reference some information I used online, once again, I'll go to the insert menu, but instead of choosing header or footer, I'll put footnote. There you can see the shortcut, the keyboard shortcut, Control Alt F. Inserting a footnote puts a superscript next to the word, and on the bottom allows you then to type in your citation for your reference. More will be said about that in a moment as well, using the Explore tool. Also in the insert menu, I can insert page numbers. When I'm inserting page numbers, I'm giving options of, do I want in the right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, lower right-hand corner? Do I want to skip the first page? Maybe I have a cover sheet and don't want the numbers to start until the next page. I could select which type I prefer. I can also choose to make columns in my Google Doc. So say I'm doing a newspaper style format for my assignment. Under the format menu, I would choose columns. I have these options which appear 2 and 3 columns. Under more options, I could choose more specific number of columns as well as spacing. Do I want a line between columns? I place a check and then apply. Page break is, or breaks are if I want to have more formatting for my work that I'm doing. I could do page, column, section breaks, etc. The Explore tool is a very handy tool because on the bottom right-hand corner of your Google Doc, as well as Google Slides, you can see this box with a star inside. When you open the Explore tool, it opens up in the margin, and you can search the web, images, or drive by typing in what you want next to the magnifying glass. So there you see I've typed in atom. So here I could see the web results for the atom in Wikipedia and so on. So what happens next, if I drag this link, I can drag it to the body of my text, and that'll appear as a hyperlink that is clickable when somebody reads my Google Doc. Alternatively, I can click on these quotation marks underneath the 3 dots, and when I do that, it will already cite it as a footnote in the proper format that I select. So when you click the 3 dots, you can change the citation format, and the options are MLA, APA, and Chicago. Just ask your teacher what kind of format they like for citing references. Drawing tools. Drawing tools are my favorite. They're available in Google Slides and in Drawings. Alternatively, you can insert a drawing into Google Drawings, but then it doesn't have as many functions to make drawings. So for example, you can insert shapes, arrows, callouts, which are like bubbles, like thought bubbles, and math symbols. You can insert different types of lines or arrows, elbow connectors as in flow charts. My favorite to use is the scribble tool when I draw freehand. Here, once I click on so here I drew down here, freehand with the scribble tool, I drew a heart. And so what I can do then when I click on my heart, I can change the line color, the thickness, the type of line. I can insert a link to what I drew. This is insert a comment. So I can also click on the format options menu. And when I do that, I can change many options, such as what I did here. I changed the drop shadow. So I made a pink drop shadow, and I could change how transparent it is and the angle it appears from my drawing. When this drawing is selected, I also have the option to crop it, and I can even crop it into shapes if I wanted. So additionally, I can open a Google Drawings file in Drive, but I'd have to select them more when I open my drive and I find Google Drawings with the red icon. Why might I want to open Google Drawings instead of just opening and inserting a drawing in Docs is that there are more functions for editing. And also, I could save them as JPEGs, JPG files, or PDFs for use in other applications. Sharing. So we can share your Google Doc. And one thing you could do is send a message to the person you're sharing with Gmail. So if you do that, which is share with people and groups, then you would type in their email address here, and um, and then you could also type a comment in that will go into their Gmail. Don't forget to change the permission settings or the sharing settings. The choices are viewing, that means they can't make any comments or changes. Commenter allows them to comment on your doc. Editor gives them complete access to collaborate, delete, and add to your Google Doc. Or maybe you just want to share and copy the link. And in that case, down below it says Get Link. You want to make sure you choose the right setting. Maine Township High School District is for just people in our district, but I often choose anyone with the link since I make presentations outside of the district. I make sure I choose the right setting. Again, it's viewer, commenter, or editor. And then I can copy the link and click Done. Some additional tips. I can quickly open files in Drive. How do I do that? The address bar, also known as the Omnibox, I could type in docs.new or slides.new, and a whole new, brand new Google slide file would open. I just have to remember to move it to the folder where I want it to be. Working offline is very helpful when you're at a sporting event or you're waiting for your ride. So if you leave your docs or slides open when you go off the Wi-Fi at school, you can still edit them. The files will load with the edits when you're back online. The paint tool is one of my favorites because say I want this font here, and I copied and pasted text from the internet onto my doc. So rather than going through the whole formatting my text menu and trying to find the matching font, I could just use this paint tool, which is right under the view button. When you click over, it'll say paint format when you hover over it. And then what I can do then is I select this text that I want this font. I click the paint roller or paint format tool, and then I select this text next, and it will change to this. So I use that for changing the formats easily, including color as well as font style. You also might want to use your revision history. Why might you want to do that? Maybe you like an earlier version that you typed yesterday that you like better than what you did today. Well, in the menu bar to the right, you'll see when your last edit was. And if you click on this hyperlink, your version history will open. And you could scroll through your revision history and click on the one you want. So when you find the version you want, just click to restore this version. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please ask your teacher or Chrome Depot for further help with Google Docs. Thank you.